So men are saying they're getting their passport,
that they're tired trying to find a woman in the United States where women say, I don't need a man, go away.
and instead of looking in the mirror and asking ourselves if we would make great wives, we would much rather shame them.
They are not going over there to grape and conquer.
Ma'am, if you're not fit, feminine, or friendly, then you're not what these men want.
So what do you suggest the women in the West do if everyone's advice is for men in the West to look elsewhere for a wife? What happens to all the women in the West then?
Well, that one study we referenced that said by 2030 or something, 50% of women will be without a man.
And we're already seeing that as we speak.
So that's the direction we're heading, because the men that are looking for those traditional values are starting to go overseas, and then the other half of the men are just checking out completely. They don't want to deal with women at all. So this is going to be a big issue that women are going to deal with in the future.
Honestly, the amount of white dudes with Thai women that are waiting to board international flights, it's an absurdity. It is crazy. Like, half of the couples in this airport right now are beautiful Thai women with super basic white dudes.
What seems to be the problem? It's crazy how they still have an issue, even with the men gone.
Red flag that I seen a guy is having a mom, and even worse, having a sister.
Quick question to all the passport brothers out there. How much are the plane tickets right now? I'm just asking for a friend.
I'm curious myself.
I have seen the trend of men jumping online, talking about how they are sick of women in America and how they're going to get their passports and go overseas and find them a wife. I am single.
It's too late. I married a woman from the Philippines. She's so caring and sweet. I wish I would have done it sooner. Why not? Since we found loyalty, dedication, and true love outside.
The videos that I saw on TikTok of women being upset about this whole movement of passport bros is that they're kind of saying like these women over there don't know better and they're being taken advantage of. But kind of like those things that you just said, the benefits to the women are very similar to, I mean, other than the third, very similar to the benefits that women have here when they're looking for a high value man, right? They're looking for a man that can support a family. And that of course includes finances and then somebody that they're attracted to.
Exactly.
So, I mean, just the fact that you're talking about reason 2 for Filipino women is that they actually find these Western men to be attractive. There is, you know, something very genuine.
The good thing is that those women will be caring, cook good food, and take good care of their men.
But I have something that I need to say. I am tired of the men that just don't go for it. They're just so scared. They think that they're gonna get rejected. When it's like, bruh, like, just take a freaking chance. I am tired, sick and tired of this.
This is what happens when men take a chance.
Women that react really negatively towards passport bros, they probably kind of feel rejected and like their pool of men is getting smaller. And they're like, oh, why are you going overseas? Just always this shaming men for their preferences, for what they do, for what they don't want to do. Like, there's so much of that going on.
Your reaction was so positive. It's like, no, what's wrong with it? And then you described it, and I said, well, yeah.
Sometimes people find it easier to blame someone else for their mistakes.
Women don't listen to men. Women think that men were created to serve them. So if you ain't serving them, they don't want to hear nothing you got to say, because at the end of the day, women think that this is we need to teach males to do this. Women want men to be women. Women want society to transform a male into a female. Women hate women. Women hate each other.
We all know that.
The Western woman, the American woman, from a standpoint of marriage and family, this is the worst place in the world to choose a wife. Not only the worst place in the world, it's the worst place in the annals of history to choose a wife. So she's seeing these things on the internet, and she's got guys in her DM, and they're giving her a false idea of their value. Male attention is monopoly money. Because when you hit 35, and that attention starts to go away, and you start looking for men, the kind of men you want, now you're competing with the younger, hotter, more fertile girl.
The problem is that this attention creates an ego.
There's a reason that God starts The creator you start to lose your eggs, what, in the mid-30s? I have daughters. My youngest daughter just graduated from college. She's 22. My advice to them, find the best man you can at your youngest age and settle down with him.
And if that man is 40 years old, you'd be okay with it?
40?
Yeah.
As long as he can provide for her and she loves her, he's going to treat her right, absolutely.
Respect to this gentleman. I'm sure he'll raise his daughters well.
This is why Western women is mad, because look at her, she's pretty and she's a housewife and she takes care of 2 kids. It's not our fault. They even say that we steal their men. No, we don't steal your men. Do your men come in here?
It's for the men who just say they've given up on Western women and are gonna go abroad for a woman. I understand some of your frustrations, but if you're gonna be a passport bro, there are certain downsides. First of all, you have no idea if this woman is using you for a visa or your money. You're not going to be able to have fun banter with her. She might be more feminine, but she might not feel like your best friend. She might feel more like a maid service.
At least there is respect in that relationship.
Number 2, you're definitely going to run into some cultural differences. Is she going to be willing to give up her family, her friends, her career?
Here, there is no cultural difference, and it still doesn't always work out.
Just to come to the States for you? You guys are also going to run into the issue of where to live. Or are you willing to move there? Passport broing is a cop-out.
This video is living proof that being a passport bro is a good idea.
How bad did you want to come to the States? Which is why we've tried this 5 times now. For her, I'll start off for her and then she can jump in. She didn't necessarily care about living in the United States forever. She always said that she would if it would make me happy as long as we could visit her family a lot, but she didn't actually want to. That was not a goal or something she wanted to. I know a lot of people think Filipinos want to go to the U.S. and live there forever. No. I've never met one that actually wants to go there and stay there.
This lady values family and sticks by her traditionality.
Yeah, for me, it's like I went there because of you. Because I want to be with you. And of course, it's America, so I want to experience the country like I can only see in movies. So a bit curious, but for good, no, because I'm happy here.
She knows that happiness is at home, where it's simple and not full of standards and social media.
I'm happy with my family.
I do not accept a coffee or a walk as a possible date option, and neither should you. First of all, I'm not a dog that needs to be walked. Second, I have an espresso machine at home, works fabulous. We're not doing drinks either. You're gonna try to get me drunk and take me back home. No. We are doing dinner.
Because number one, y'all told me that pale women, they know how to be submissive. They're this, they're that. They know how to treat a man. They don't mind going 50-50. They don't mind paying for dates and food. Then y'all also, because she had an accent. I heard that accent. She ain't from America. Oh, the women that aren't from the West are not. They're this and they're better and they know how to treat a man and they're submissive and they're women-like and that's a lie. They're feminine and nah.
Exactly. People should be grateful for coffee dates and walks.
Oh! Like I said, women gon' women regardless of where they from. If you dealing with top tier women, they're likely to have top tier women mentality. See, but when you deal with bottom feeders, they gonna want to be a bottom feeder.
I've not seen any women crying over passport bros.
Not exactly crying, but there are definitely a lot of videos out there of women making videos about men who are seemingly rather confused why men wouldn't want to date women in their own countries.
However, I have seen a lot of women laughing at passport bros.
That's their way of coping.
Because we can replace men like you with cats and dogs.
That is really great news, because that means there's soon to be a great reduction in the homeless pet population.
But y'all have to literally go to another country because no other woman in your own country wants you anymore.
It is the exact opposite.
No, that is not why some men are choosing to go to other countries in hopes of finding their life partner. It's because many aspects of modern society, to include some aspects of modern feminism, has turned the dating pool for men into a veritable cesspool of toxic behavior.
It's almost like you have the freedom to find a partner anywhere in the world. I'm a white guy. I went to South America. found a traditional girl.
Never date American women ever again. I've traveled to South America. I've been to Colombia. Now I'm in Brazil. I've noticed that the women here are a lot more traditional than the United States. Let me tell you, I've lived in Miami for over 2 years, and it's very flashy there. A lot of the women believe in this independent, I don't need no man mentality. And I know a lot of other places in the United States have that same reputation where women want to behave like men and men want to behave like women. There's just this dissonance that gets created whenever genders become polarized. If you travel to countries like Brazil and Colombia, women over here are going to behave like real women.
This guy found the cheat code to living the best life.
Seeing a lot of these passport bros video going around where American women are getting kind of upset that men are leaving America to find their woman. They go to places where women speak a little English, no education whatsoever. However, that's not the reason. The reason why men do that is because the women out there are loving, caring, nourishing, feminine, and the food top notch.
Exactly. Men would travel the seas to find that.
So it's like essentially what a man want. You see the difference? Like, that's just very ungrateful. Men are really easy to please. Just give him his time and space. Be his peace of mind instead of a headache when he come home. Respect him. Appreciate him. Let him lead. Trust him. Believe in him. I'm very traditional. And maybe some women are not like that and they don't like that, which is fine. Do whatever that works well for you. And what I've been doing has been working very, very well for me. That's why I'm just, sharing a little secret.
Men are direct, and they want simple, direct acts and no headaches.
It's so simple, but it seems like a lot of women don't understand that. Don't get me wrong, you can be an excellent woman, and once in a while you still run into some right? So, again, go where you're respected.
Who are upset with the passport bros. So there's two ways you can handle life, right? You can either be bitter and angry at the people who have the things that you want, or you can learn from them and learn how you can obtain it for yourself. Personally, I prefer to go for option 2, because option 1 just leaves you bitter and filled with resentment, but your situation doesn't change. Whereas at least with option 2, you have a chance of actually changing your situation. If you don't like your outcomes, change your behavior.
Exactly. We need to change our behavior, not blame others.
On the internet is the passport bro. Yeah. Because they don't realize that the emperor has no clothes. I mean, the emperor is buck naked. And is there a single woman out there who hears about these passport bros and feels threatened or scared that all the good men will just poof, disappear, and we'll be left all alone with our Netflix and our wine and our cats? We will miss out on the privilege of having to be a good, obedient, quiet, and submissive wife. That's such a shame.
I could never understand why some people think that being a good wife is a weakness.
We will never have the opportunity to be socially and financially isolated from the family and friends and entire life we know. God. To be thrust into an unfamiliar land with an unfamiliar culture and, of course, unfamiliar language. To be fully dependent on this one man, this one good man, of course, who went deep into the villages of an impoverished country to buy or find himself the bestest wife who would ever wife. I mean, good luck. Good luck, especially with the Eastern European broads. I'm one of them. I've got generations of that.
We don't need luck. Well, guys, that was all for today. We'll be back soon.